apparently the UK made a game about radicalization or some shit. I don't exactly know. But because the UK made it, and for some reason the loading screen looks very Islamic, I can only imagine that this is not going to go the way that they intended. Is grooming in the game? Well, it's about internet extremism, not just like the average day when you leave your house in the UK. Which character will guide you through this experience? If I pick the woman, can I be a lesbian? Is that an option? I'll play the woman. I'll see if I can be a lesbian.
Charlie was enjoying an online game with friends.
Why is my name Charlie? I thought I was a woman.
Charlie had not long started attending a new college in East Riding, and they were so relieved to have made new friends having recently left school.
Yay, friends!
Charlie has started browsing new games and websites that some of the new friends use.
Oh, I loved playing Neopets.
Sometimes though, the people on these websites say things that seem off. Even slightly concerning.
Oh no, naughty words. Not swearing.
Someone on this website has encouraged Charlie to download a video.
Oh.
But Charlie is unsure.
Yeah, don't do that. This has nothing to do with radicalization. You just don't download videos from people you don't know. And 50% of the time, don't download videos from people you do know.
How should Charlie react?
Tell a trusted adult, talk to the stranger online to find out more about the video, or just download the video! If I download the video, it's just gonna be a virus. But why would I tell an adult? I would just block the stranger. Aren't you in college? You're an adult. I guess this is Gen Z. They don't understand to not download the video. I'm gonna play this as if I was like the actual person involved, all right? But I want to know what's on the video. I want to know if it's gonna brick her computer. Oh, fuck, dude. Okay, let's make the wrong choices. Let's just download the video.
Charlie wanted to continue being part of their new online community. Charlie downloaded the video and shared it with different people online.
Why would you share it without even watching it? That doesn't make sense. How do you know it's something cool if you didn't even watch it? What the fuck is this logic? That is a mistake. Yeah, what the hell? Uh-oh. Low on health in the meter? Is that what that is? Is that my health meter? Getting a virus is preferable to staying in the community to get groomed?
Charlie felt relieved and happy that people were liking the video and also sharing it.
But what was video? Who was phone?
Deep down, Charlie wasn't sure if this was the right thing to do, as some of the ideas in the video were extreme and violent.
I'm kind of upset that the lesson wasn't don't download videos from strangers because they could be viruses. And they just kind of like shoehorned in it being extreme and violent content when they literally never even told us what the video was. So we just kind of have to believe them. What is this? What is this extremist content? Was it someone waving a British flag outside? God forbid.
It's important to remember that downloading or streaming certain content can lead to a terrorist offence conviction.
Yeah, instead of streaming certain content, just go rape someone instead. Then you won't serve any jail time. Oh, okay, we finished part 1. We learned what to do. Part 2.
Charlie is receiving an important grade on a piece of work they submitted for their hospitality course at college.
What is a hospitality course at college? I don't think you need a degree to work at a hotel, man. Whoops, Charlie watched one video and became a terrorist. I think it took probably a little bit more than one video for those white women to move in with ISIS in the Middle East. Do you guys remember that? There were like 2 white chicks that went somewhere in the Middle East to like become part of ISIS. And then after like 6 months, they were begging to come home.
Charlie put in a lot of effort for this work and is excited to receive good feedback.
Okay.
Charlie takes a seat in class and waits to get their grade.
Okay.
To their disappointment, Charlie doesn't do as well as they expect. They got 60 out of 100 for their work, but they wanted at least 75 out of 100.
Oh, okay.
To make matters worse, somebody else got 80 out of 100, and the teacher said that this person has received a job offer.
In what world is someone in a hospitality class taking one test and getting 80 out of 100 on it, getting an immediate job offer after getting that 80 out of 100 on one test? Like, I know DEI going crazy in Western countries right now, But like, that is unbelievable even with DEI.
Charlie has applied to dozens of jobs, but hasn't had any luck yet.
Has Charlie tried not being white? Idiot?
Somebody else in the class tells Charlie that this is proof that immigrants are coming to the UK and taking our jobs.
When did Ramona Flowers become based? How should Charlie react? Ignore the comment and ask the course leader for feedback about how you can improve. Ignore the comment, but don't address your frustration. Agree with the comment and explore the idea further. Well, I mean, yeah, it's just true.
Charlie approached the classmate angrily. They agreed with the ideas and began shouting about them in class.
Okay, that's very unrealistic. You wouldn't shout about these things. Because that's a great way to make yourself a target. You don't do that. That's not real, especially for a woman. That's not realistic. What do you mean by this?
The teacher let Charlie know that the school has a zero tolerance on hate speech.
If I just watched someone in my class take one test, not even get 100, but get an 80 out of 100, and immediately get a job offer, and notice that they're the only immigrant there, I don't think that's hate speech, man. You might not like to hear it, but that's not hate speech.
The teacher was concerned by Charlie's outburst and tried to get to the bottom of it.
See, Charlie should have just not had an outburst in class and then continued to be friends with Ramona Flowers.
Charlie became more agitated and ended up having to sit alone for the duration of the week's lessons because of the hurtful things they said.
Yes, that's how you de-radicalize someone. You isolate them from everyone else because you think they did something wrong. That's the perfect way to de-radicalize an individual. Nothing could go wrong here. Oh, okay, we finished that part.
Charlie has been chilling out all afternoon.
But where's her doobie?
They've been scrolling on social media. They spot a video that seems to be getting a lot of attention.
Oh, viral?
Charlie watches the video and learns from the video that Muslim men are stealing the places of British war veterans in emergency accommodation.
Okay, well, I mean, if true, that's bad, but you always want to verify the source, right? You don't just want to, like, believe something. You go and look for a source.
In the video, they explain that the government is betraying white British people and we need to take back control of our country.
Okay, once again, I don't see why this would be a problem if it's true, right? It's kind of like the Somalis committing billions of dollars of fraud in my country. I want them deported, and I want the people in power who allowed the fraud to happen to be held accountable. That's not racist, that's not bigoted, that's not dangerous and extremist, that's just normal. How should Charlie react? Scroll past the content, ignoring the message, find out more about the topic online, engage directly with the post. This seems unfair. Well, a normal human being would do B, find out more about the topic online. And I kind of want to see which way it's going to go for B and C, so I'm going to actually do both of these. Because I have a feeling if I pick B, she's going to look it up online, and it's going to be a slew of, that's not happening. People are trying to radicalize you by lying to you about what's happening. Don't look outside, by the way. But if I choose the last one, I'm sure it's going to be like even more of a ridiculous thing. So I want to see what it says for both.
Charlie wasn't sure if this video was true, but the recent other encounters made them curious. Charlie went directly to the account's website and found research papers, statistics, information about protests, and more regarding the replacement of white people. You're not okay. If you have an account that posts something and you're not sure if it's true or not, you don't look into that same account for more information. You look elsewhere, typically, right? You want another source to verify what you're reading from the original point, right?
Spicy cat raid. What the hell is a spicy cat raid?
And it's a little creepy to me that their fucking gauge here is in the center for wanting more information. Wanting more information should be a green flag. The fact that this game is trying to lead you towards immediately disregarding something without looking into it being the green flag should be horrifying to everyone, but I guess that's just par for the course of being a Brit in current year.
They continued browsing and encountered lots of harmful groups who agree with these sentiments.
Don't try to find out if something is true or not. You might become an extremist. What the fuck is this logic?
Charlie began intaking a lot of harmful ideological messages. In fact, some of the groups were actually illegal.
Didn't Keir Starmer literally welcome a terrorist back to the country recently? What the fuck is happening? There are no facts or logics to the Marxist. That's really creepy, right? Like, Any kind of learning technology should be encouraging you to look up more information, right? Always verify. If you can find actual sources for things, and sometimes that doesn't even mean mainstream media, because we know that mainstream media ignores some stuff. But if you can find a source that has like videos or pictures or on the ground reporting for things, why would you disbelieve your eyes? It doesn't make sense. This is horrifically propagandistic. And I don't know if this is targeted towards like children or college age people. I don't know who this is targeted to, but it shouldn't be used by anyone except by teachers to inform people what propaganda looks like. This is an amazing thing to use to teach people how to recognize propaganda. If someone is telling you to not look up more information, they are not having your best interest in mind. Always reconfirm information. Always find more information.
Charlie has been enjoying a family dinner at home when they receive a notification from their friend.
Look at that turkey. Wait a minute. So there's a turkey and what looks like she's holding a bowl of gravy, maybe mashed potatoes, maybe. And there's a waffle with dollops of cream on it, and then a bowl of something green. And then the mother has like mochi donuts on her plate with something green. This chick has a piece of turkey with like garnish and then 3 circles of something. And then this chick has a piece of pie, a green orb, and a red orb. What is happening with their food? I love human food. I wonder if they AI'd this. Because I feel like the Globo Homo art style would be really easy to AI without anyone noticing it's AI, right? I fucking hate corporate Memphis. They'll start calling it what it's actually called, which is global homogenization art style. Globo Homo art. Put your damn phone away at the dinner table. Charlie, you little shit! I can't put my phone away at the dinner table.
Charlie's mum makes a comment about using phones at the dinner table, but Charlie checks in anyway.
Yeah, shut up, Mom.
Amelia, Charlie's close friend, has made a video encouraging young people in Bridlington to join a political group that seeks to defend English rights.
Based Amelia?
Amelia encourages Charlie to join a secret group on an app Charlie hasn't heard of before. Charlie isn't sure whether to join, explore further, or ignore.
No, Charlie! Don't join Telegram! Why is this on the turkey? They were so proud of their turkey, but then they made the waffle fucking green? What is happening? Why are there testicles next to the turkey? Is Amelia single? Ignore the video, risking upsetting your friend. Like the video to show you support your friend, but don't join the secret group. Share the video and join the secret group as your friend requested. Let's get arrested, chat!
Charlie thought the video the friend posted was so funny. They couldn't believe how many likes Amelia's memes were getting. It was inspiring.
Good, it should be.
Charlie joined the secret group on this new platform. Their phone wouldn't stop buzzing with messages of support and invitations to participate in several similar groups.
Nice.
Charlie's mum was not so pleased and grew suspicious of all this new activity their child seemed to be involved in.
Excuse me, it says involved with, not involved in. Illiterate speech person. Oh, I didn't even get a choice? I didn't get another choice? I made Mom mad?
Charlie was seeing their dad at the weekend. He lives in Hull, so their weekends look very different to their weekdays in East Riding.
Okay.
Charlie's friend Amelia immediately looked interested and told them about a protest she wished she could go to herself, but was not allowed.
Wait, why? Amelia was at the last protest. Why would she not be allowed to go to this next one?
Amelia spoke of a gathering that had been organised by a small political group. They would come together and protest the changes that Britain has been through in the last few years and the erosion of British values.
Okay, but why is there a picture of like a fighter jet dropping fucking missiles? That doesn't... What? What?
Amelia talked about the banners and the pickets that her friends had made for the events and expressed a real regret that she could not go, begging Charlie to go in her place.
Why can't she? Like, my first question would be like, why can't you go? We could go together.
Charlie has nothing to do this weekend and a protest sounded like an interesting thing to take part in.
It seems like Amelia might be a fed if she's trying to get me to go by myself. Decline the offer, risking your friendship. Tell your friend you will watch from the sidelines to let them know what happens. Agree to join in based on what you've been hearing. Reddit activism, someone else should do it, right? Like, what the fuck? Why is she not allowed to go? Amelia wants you to go into the Capitol. Nice try, fed. I'll be the streamer watching from the sidelines. How about that? How about that?
Charlie went to the protest in the end. It wasn't what they expected. They noticed the protest seemed to be more about racism and anti-immigration than British values and honouring fallen veterans.
If the whole point was that people who were coming here, again, I'm sure they're conflating just non-documented migrants, people there illegally, with actual immigrants. If they were taking spots from British veterans in government housing, wouldn't that be a similar talking point at the protest? Am I crazy here?
Charlie grew increasingly uncomfortable as the crowd became angrier. Police arrived after a few violent outbreaks. Before they knew it, they were running away from the scene. Some protesters next to Charlie had drawn the attention of the police.
Isn't this what leftists celebrate when it's like their protests? Like if this was in Lil Mogadishu in Minnesota the other day, these cops would be getting pelted. Like what? What are we talking about here?
Charlie had only been here to observe, but the line between observing and participating was too easy to cross.
Not really. Like you just don't have to start chanting or walking with the protest people. You can stay on like the sidewalk, man. What are you talking about? What? What the fuck?
Charlie thought about all the difficult choices they had needed to make in
Does she have no self-control? Well, she's a woman, so...
Some of their choices had led to changes in friendship, and Charlie was feeling low, as they weren't sure if they had made the right decisions.
Once again, if you have wrongthink, they try to isolate you into coercing you to not believe your lying eyes. Start saying lies, start living in a different reality, and people will suddenly be your friends again. Throw away logic, throw away critical thought, throw away funny jokes because they might be edgy. Throw away everything that makes you an interesting and individualistic person. Become a part of the collective, and we will open you with welcome arms. You will be allowed to do things again. You will be allowed to go places and be included in groups that never would have accepted you if you had wrongthink. This is why it's like, I really hate the isolationist tactic. And especially the like, oh, you associate with person, you shouldn't do that. And we can't be friends if you're going to do that. It's such a shitty thing to do. Like, if she had been like attacking people, sure, that makes sense. If she had been trying to ruin someone's life, sure, that makes sense. But none of that happened. None of that happened. Internet Zen Master, thank you. This is the sloppiest propaganda you've ever seen in the world. Shame on the UK. Shame. I wonder how many people will like not understand that this is propaganda. I'm sure there's going to be some retard who hates me being like, look, this is proof that Kirsche is a radicalized alt-right dangerous figure. She's calling this propaganda when it's just what good people do. Do you want to see what's happening for yourself? Shame. We're going to socially ostracize you. Yeah. Don't think, don't ask questions, don't believe your lying eyes, just believe what we say.
The teacher had noticed this and decided to reach out. The teacher sat with them and talked openly and frankly about the ideology that Charlie had discovered. The teacher reassured that Charlie wouldn't be in trouble and they would receive support for some of the difficult thoughts they had been having.
Do not worry, Comrade Charlie. We can integrate you back into normal society. Once you complete our re-education training, everyone will like you again. What if Charlie had made more harmful choices? Click to find out what support Charlie could have received if they had chosen to engage with harmful ideologies.
Charlie accepted they may need support.
I didn't get a choice. I was forced into re-education. The trains.
Charlie's teacher made a prevent referral, and they were able to provide tailored support for Charlie. They began a workshop that helped them learn how to engage positively with ideology and the differences between right and wrong in expressing political beliefs.
Holy shit.
Charlie received counselling to help them process the other events in their life, and they felt much better for it.
Not only did they go to a re-education class, but they had to go to a counselor. That is wild. Congratulations. Let's explore the consequences of your character's choices and see what lies ahead.
Charlie was referred to Prevent and Channel.
Now this is the Britain I know today. It's just, with the Globo Homo art style, it looks like a kidney bean.
Charlie was assigned a mentor to help them one-to-one. Someone who had been in their shoes.
I don't know if that's such a good idea if you have like a de-radicalized white man helping to de-radicalize a white woman. This sounds like he was lying and he's going to re-radicalize her, right? And then they're gonna go off and have white babies, which is like a peak awful to these people.
They were reluctant at first, but gradually warmed to their mentor, forming trust with them, having heard and understood the similarities between them.
Okay, now using they and them pronouns for both of the people here makes the sentence very confusing. When you say they were reluctant at first, did you mean Charlie? Did you mean the mentor? Did you mean both of them? But then gradually warmed to their mentor, so obviously the first they is Charlie, forming trust with them, forming trust with the mentor, having heard and understood the similarities between them. Does he also hear and understand the similarities? Which way is this going exactly? Can we get back to using normal pronouns, please, so we can have less confusion?
The mentor was honest about the dangers of following a harmful ideology, and the message resonated with Charlie.
Why does he have a no-gun symbol? Guns are a good thing for self-defense. Just because you have a gun doesn't make you a terrorist, and it doesn't make you a harmful person. The fuck is this guy talking about?
Charlie had been informed of the support they would receive from Prevent, including skills support and family sessions.
Why do they need this level of re-education? Simply for asking questions! What the fuck?
With all these gentler interventions, Charlie was able to rebuild their confidence, find their identity, and continue their college course successfully.
Now let's dive into a video that explains the Prevent process. This will provide crucial details and advice applicable to real life.
What is Prevent? Prevent is a referral program operated by the Home Office in partnership with local services. It was set up in 2003 as part of legislation responding to the 9/11 terror attack in the USA. The overarching aim of Prevent is to stop violent extremism from happening within our communities. Prevent works on
I don't
the
think
basis
it's
that
working.
any ideology can be harmful, and therefore anyone can be at risk of becoming radicalised.
What the
The
fuck?
programme seeks to identify cases of extremism before any violent acts are committed, and it does so by addressing difficulties vulnerable individuals may be experiencing and helping them overcome it. Why
Isn't
is
that
Prevent
thought
important?
policing?
Prevent is an important part of the UK's counter-terrorism strategy because it seeks to tackle extremist behaviour as it emerges instead of after an attack. It acknowledges that underlying issues and vulnerabilities play a role in extreme ideas and behaviours.
Somehow I
and
don't
wants to
think
reduce
it's
the
the
effects
white
that push
British
someone
men
into
who want to
extremism.
restrict immigration
It's
are the ones
important
committing
because
knife and truck
Prevent doesn't
attacks in the
seek to
UK.
punish people
I
who
just
have
don't think
fallen
that that's
victim
what's
to
happening
radicalisation.
based
It
on
aims to
observable
reduce the risk
reality.
of violence and enable vulnerable people to live a life without hate or violence. Who does Prevent support? Though it is rare, Prevent understands that any ideology has the potential to harm others if the right conditions are met. Prevent does not
I just don't
target
believe
any
you, lady.
specific demographic, community, or ideology.
I
and the support they
literally
offer
don't
is
believe
available
you.
to
That's just
anyone who may be
objectively not
motivated
true.
by an ideology to behave in an extreme manner. This means that anyone could be referred to Prevent to receive their support.
Our
What is
re-education
the
camps are
process,
good
and
because
how
we
does
don't
Prevent
discriminate.
work?
On paper.
Prevent will only come into contact with someone if they receive a referral, either from them directly or from someone who has concerns. Wasn't
this
Referrals
literally a
can come from a
joke
variety
going
of
around before where
places,
they were like,
such
it's
as
okay when the
parents,
communists
other
do
family
genocide
members,
because it's
or
not based on a
friends,
racial
teachers,
basis.
and
They
health or
have
social
diversity in their
workers. Anyone
genocides.
can make a referral if they have concerns about radicalisation. The referral asks the person filling the form to include details about the individual's behaviour, beliefs, and other contextual factors that might make them vulnerable. The referral is then reviewed by a panel of experts from different fields to discuss if the person is at risk or not, and what kind of support would be most appropriate. Most referrals are not followed up by Prevent if support from other organisations is more appropriate. On the occasions where Prevent does take on a referral, the information is passed to Channel. Channels are the specialists in supplying support that is specific to radicalization and ideologies. They work with the individual to reduce the risk of harm to that person and wider society.
BGM
They
is
take a
loud.
multi-agency approach to providing support, so support could involve mentors, interactions with people who left harmful ideologies, family support, financial and housing support.
I
counselling,
heckin' love
therapy
re-education
sessions,
camps. Let's
religious
build
support,
more.
and more. Receiving support from Prevent or Channel does not appear on a criminal record.
Why would you
Any
have? Why would you?
involvement is
Why would you
always
have to say that?
confidential
Hold on. Wait.
and
What the fuck?
voluntary. Involvement with Prevent seeks to lead people away from behaviours that are against the law before they engage. It is designed not only to keep communities safe and peaceful, but to enable the individual at risk to live a fulfilling life without the risk of fines, arrests,
But wouldn't-
or prison sentences.
If you stop
which may
these things
arise
before
from
they
extreme
happen, wouldn't
behaviours.
that take away what makes London special? Because terror attacks are just part and parcel of living in a large city, right? And if they're part and parcel of living in a large city, if you prevent them before they happen, then London is no longer going to be special. And that's a problem, right? Prevent is a government project aimed at stopping extreme beliefs before they become real dangers. As the character showed, Prevent exists to safeguard us all from the threat of extremism and radicalization before any violence takes place. This would be even remotely believable if at any point in time, police in the UK actually went after any kind of extremism and radicalization. They don't. They go after people making posts on Twitter. They go after people talking about how maybe we should not just let people wantonly in the country when we don't know who they are. That's not a radical thought. That's just like, maybe we should know who's coming to our country. Maybe we should have some kind of like system to allow people in. Even, again, Keir Starmer said that the fucking immigration has been by design and it's been a disaster. I can't remember exactly how he phrased it. I don't know if it was disaster or another word, but he phrased it as if it had failed. So it's like, what the fuck? Prevent involves lots of organizations such as schools, healthcare practitioners, and police to help people get support if they're considering extreme beliefs or behaviors. Through tackling beliefs linked to extreme behaviors, stopping the process helps keep individuals, communities, and wider society safe from extremist violence. Prevent is not a punishment and won't appear as a criminal record. Prevent is a source of support which uses a multi-agency approach in order to ensure that individual needs are met. From mentoring and education to mental health support, the purpose of Prevent is to help individuals make positive choices, not to make them feel isolated. In practice, we know that's not true. We can visibly see that that's not true with our eyeballs. What can I do if I have concerns about myself or others? If you're worried about yourself or someone you know, speaking to a trusted adult is the right thing to do. This could be a parent, carer, family member, teacher, or mentor. They can make a referral for you if needs be. This is also really interesting because it again points to how much reliance the government wants you to have on them. If you are worried about yourself or someone you know, why would you want government intervention? People seem to have forgotten that the scariest thing you can hear is, I am from the government and I am here to help. You don't want this kind of thing. That's wild. If you have a worry about yourself, not related to this, you would go to someone you trust. But in this case, they're hoping that you go to someone you trust and that someone then refers you to this program because that's the right thing to do. For more information about what you can do to support yourself and others, visit the pages below, actearly.uk, and educate against the hate. These are underlined like they're clickable links, but they're not, and you can't even highlight them. What kind of shitty ass fucking coding is this? Are you kidding me? Hold on a second. Let me fucking type these in manually. Prevent radicalization and extremism by acting early. It can be hard to know what to do if you're worried about someone close expressing extremist views or hatred, which could lead to them harming themselves or others. Working with other organizations, the police protect vulnerable people from being exploited by extremists through a home office program called Prevent. Act early and tell us your concerns in confidence. You won't be wasting our time and you won't ruin lives, but you might save them. This also makes me think once again about like the Somalian fraud in my country and how a lot of people are complicit in it. And it's like a lot of other groups of people will have in-group preference and they would not out one of the people in their group for having extreme or radicalized thoughts. This is like a targeted program to like people suffering from severe hatred of being white for some reason, or I guess British specifically in this case. Spotting the signs of radicalization. More important than any one sign is the feeling that something is not right. Friends and family are often the first to spot worrying changes taking place. Yes, that's why after a school shooting, everyone's just like, we never saw this coming. What? These can be big or small changes that take place very quickly or over a longer period. Trust your instincts, and if you're concerned, seek advice. We also gave you Mehdi Hassan. Enjoy. Yeah, I think I can probably count on one hand the amount of, like, mass shootings where people were like, yeah, we knew something was off about that guy. The same thing the Stasi did, get family members and close friends to snitch on each other. That's what I said about the January 6th stuff as well. Like, you had children, like, turning in their parents and their uncles and shit and getting praise online for it, because they're turning over the literal Nazis in their family. And like after yesterday with like that lady screaming about the illegal who ran into her house and she's worried because ICE is outside, these people are literally LARPing as if they are in Germany during Nazi rule and they're harboring the Jews under the floorboards. It is an insane LARP and an insane like divestment from reality. They are incapable of understanding what's going on because of how propagandized they've become. If you feel a violent act is about to happen, it's important to let the police know. You can ask a trusted adult to make a call or dial 999 yourself. I wonder how many times people have called the police about like being hyperventilating over a violent act about to happen, and it was just some guy being like, I'm going to put a British flag outside my house today. Interesting. Outcome may have been different if you selected other actions. Restart to explore other outcomes. All right, I'm gonna be a man, and I'm gonna be mostly soy, but I'm going to pick those other two options for those other two things that I really wanted to do. So we're gonna speed run this. We're speed running.
Charlie was enjoying an online game with friends.
Oh, no wonder. They picked... Is Charlie a gender-neutral name in the UK? Is that... Wait, why did my text bubble disappear? The girl's name Charlie short for? I don't know. Yup. What the fuck? I've never met a woman named Charlie. It's the exact same for both genders? That's crazy. No wonder they use fucking they, them pronouns. The propaganda here is off the charts. My Geiger counter has broken. Jesus fuck.
Charlie had...
That's fine. That's fine. We know. Okay. All right,
How
Charlie.
should Charlie react?
We downloaded the video with the woman Charlie, so we're gonna tell a trusted adult in this one. Let's see what happens.
Charlie went and spoke to their mum about some of the concerning content online. Charlie's mum listened to their concerns and tried her best to answer Charlie's questions about what they had heard. Charlie learned that some people hold extreme beliefs and express them in hurtful ways, sometimes encouraging others to do the same and get involved.
That's true. Don't look up anything online. Don't watch videos about what's going on. Just believe whatever your mother tells you. Dragon Lord, thank you. Charlie can be short for Charlotte. I feel like if I knew a woman named Charlotte, I would want to shorten her name to like Char. Like that would just sound much more cuter and more feminine than calling her Charlie. Maybe I would call her Charlie as a joke at some point, you know? But like, sure, yeah, sure. Sure sounds cute.
Charlie was relieved they did not download the unknown video, as they did not know what the consequences of doing so could be.
I'm still upset that they didn't talk about the consequences most likely being someone trying to give you a virus and not extremism. What the fuck?
In some cases, downloading or streaming certain content can lead to a terrorist offence conviction.
Actually wild to hear.
Charlie is
We know this, 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 we know
Charlie.
this, we know this. Agree with the comment and explore the idea further. Ignore the comment, don't address frustration. We're gonna ignore the comment and then ask the course leader for feedback.
Charlie
In
was
this
still
timeline,
upset
we're
by the
soy
end of the
cucks, so we
lesson.
don't get the goth GF.
They couldn't get past the thought that their classmates had received a job offer, but they hadn't. Charlie spoke with their teacher after the lesson, and they learned why their grade had not been high and how to improve. The teacher listened to Charlie's frustrations about not having any job offers yet and booked in a time to help with some new job applications.
That doesn't seem realistic.
Charlie has been chilling out all...
We all know this, we know this,
Charlie
we know that,
watches
we
the-
learned about the veterans getting fucked. How should Charlie react? Engage directly, find out more about the topic online, scroll past the content. I'll engage directly instead of finding out more about the topic, because this is the one I wanted to pick.
Charlie couldn't believe what they were seeing. Charlie immediately began typing comments and sharing the video with their friends and family, wondering what they could do to stop this.
Which part, the feedback or the job applications? That's kind of a silly question, is it not? Teachers are supposed to provide feedback on what you did wrong. I've never had a teacher help you fill out job applications because you're upset a DEI hire got a position over you. And the worst part is that we never learned what happened to Amelia. Right? What happened to that woman? Oops, now you're a terrorist. Mad Hatter, thank you. All the choices they want you to pick are A. All the middle road choices they still don't like are B. And all the choices they consider bad are C. They don't mix it up at all. The left showing how uncreative they are. Oh, very true and real. Very true and real. Once I realized that, I was like, damn, they really don't want you actually looking into anything or thinking about anything. They just want you to believe their fucking cult slop. That's crazy.
As the likes, comments and shares came in, they felt that they had performed a patriotic service by standing up for veterans and white people's rights.
Couldn't you, like, instead of saying white people's rights to try and, like, get more people angry, couldn't you just say British people? Because he's in Britain and it's about the British. Couldn't you just say that? I don't know, man.
Unfortunately, Charlie didn't realise that some of the groups they were engaging with online were actually illegal.
Sorry, Charlie, you should have just raped someone instead!
Charlie has been enjoying...
Okay, we already saw this fucking weird-ass dinner. Let's see. Share the video and join the secret group. Like the video to show you support your friend, but don't join the secret group. We'll ignore the video this time just to see what happens.
Charlie didn't feel comfortable with joining a secret group or encouraging people to join a political group. They felt it was down to the individual to decide for themselves.
But if you don't give them the option, how can they decide for themselves? That doesn't... What?
They carried on with the family dinner and went to bed early, knowing college was coming up the next day.
I wish I had a Ferris wheel outside my window.
Charlie was looking forward to talking about the video their friend made, but seeing their friend that morning didn't go as planned. When morning came, Charlie was ignored by their friend for ignoring her post the day before and not having strong enough beliefs to associate with them anymore.
Wouldn't Charlie question why there is a brown possible immigrant who is agreeing with the people posting what he was told is extremist content? Shouldn't that be a question that comes up in his brain? To be like, hold on, wait a minute. My friends are angry at me and there's this brown woman, possible immigrant, that is also agreeing with what they're saying. If it was actually racist and if it was actually a problem with extreme content, why would this person be agreeing? I was told this is a white people thing. This is a white extremist problem. We gotta ask some questions. Charlie ends up friendless, whether he becomes a terrorist or accepts re-education. I don't know. I guess they're saying that, like, he's gonna lose the extremist friends? Did you know Indians are the real Aryans? That's why.
Charlie was seeing their dad at the weekend. He lives
Wait,
in
if she was upset,
so
why is she now having dinner with him?
Their weekdays in East Riding.
There's some incongruity. I'm fucking killing that word. Issues here. If she was upset, why is she now having dinner with him? That's just unrealistic, all right? Sorry, Chad. I'm asking too many questions of the government propaganda. That makes me an extremist. I need to be re-educated.
Charlie's friend Amelia spoke of a gathering that had been... Amelia talked about the banners and the pickets that...
She's like, I can't go. I need you to go in my place. I'm gonna guilt trip you because you didn't like my video before. Let's see here. I did tell your friend you'll watch from the sidelines to let them know what happens, and I want to go with agree to join in based on what you've been hearing. I feel like A could also be funny, but I'm gonna do C. Miss, you have an arrest warrant for wrong thing.
Charlie decided this would be a good use of their time.
The fucking bar going down, dude.
Considering all the things they had seen and heard over the last few weeks,
he's giving her 2 thumbs up.
It would be good to express their feelings about it with like-minded individuals. They went home and made a banner to take with them to the protest.
Why would the banner be 2 crossed swords instead of, like, the Union Jack? Like, what are we doing here?
Charlie arrived at the protest and was swept up by the atmosphere. It was great to see so many people there. Everything was going well until Charlie almost became involved in a fight by accident. The police saw they were part of a group and took their details. Charlie was frightened by this, not knowing if their parents would be informed.
I guess that's just where it ends. Okay.
Charlie thought about all the difficult... Some of their choices had led to changes in friendship.
Yeah, I guess they just end up friendless regardless, and then the teacher's like, come, child. I will take you to re-education camp so that you may now be a good citizen. What disgusting sloppa. In a realistic world, this would be used to teach people in college how to recognize propaganda. Regardless of what your beliefs are, if you encounter someone telling you, like, hey, just believe what I'm saying, don't look for independent sources, don't look for other sources, don't look for more information, that person is the dangerous person. You should always look for more information. You should always look for more sources that could verify it. Like, actual insanity. Grooming app. Why is the UK government participating in grooming? Don't answer that.